Hi guys, welcome back to another video, Cork Model Farms here. So today is my 2025 edition of the Mitchelstown Model Show in the Fairgrove Hotel. So this is I think this is my third year at this show. I've been out for the past 2 years. Wasn't able to get a stall like the last 2 years, but hopefully will eventually. Great show, one of the best in Munster, I'd say. One of the best in Ireland, nearly. Anyway, here it is. So this is just entering now. This is just outside Mitchelstown, and this was a nice view of the Galties. Just thought I'd include that. And then here we are, just entering into the hotel. It's all set up.
Right, so we're just going to
and got a bit of a soup and sandwich just before it started. And here was the first stuff. So some lovely stuff here, some abbeys, some John Deeres, very nice stuff. A few Moors up here, and there was a lovely Lily baler up here. There was a few little truck displays. They were all very good. They were, I think, 1/64 scale. Very impressive, I must say. And then there was a little kind of quarry site or kind of building site one over here. And then there was this like little circus one. And also next to it is the bus station in Cork City, which I've gone to a few times on my way to Kerry. I go to the bus station in the city, and I take the buses there. The express coaches, they're very handy. I'd recommend them. They're very good to get around the country. Panel place. And here was the first kind of 1/32 scale display. Nice Fiat Agri there, New Holland, a few McHale's. It was kind of a silage display, a few little Mitsubishi and a nice cane classic trailer and a few cattle. And then there was a nice high spec scene going on, similar to my one actually, just with the pipes on the back. And then this was a little RC thing, nice class by the big RC fellas, the Buda ones, very impressive. And then over here was another display, this was a slightly bigger one, silage and harvest and everything going on in it, with the New Hollands and the Volvos and all the equipment, and then the silage and everything. It was all set up. Very impressive display. It was very well done, and the fellow who had it was very nice. Got chatting to him. Nice Abbey and JCB and Keenan there. And then there were a few diggers as well. They were quite nice. And then here were a few of the RC things, a few lorries, trailers, things like that. With all the lights and everything on them. They were very impressive. And then here was some of the stuff from Model Mania. They had a few things for sale. I did get some stuff in the end, so I'll show you them after kind of towards the end of the video. But they had a huge array of stuff there to buy. Very good. Now this is an interesting one. This was the Jennings display from, if you know them, Ryan Jennings and West Cork Photography Simon. I have never seen their display. Sadly, neither Ryan or Simon were there. It was their dad who was actually there. But their displays are amazing. They're like really, really good, really, really detailed. What I've noticed from people while here is that people seem to go for more quality over quantity. So that's something I'm gonna have to pick up from now. I'll hopefully be making a new display next year, so there might be. I'm gonna try and go for something more like this rather than my current display. Just once again, quality over quantity. And these cattle were very well. It was very really. They were really good. Really kind of. I like the mud effect and the grass and stuff and the foxes and everything and the gates. And here was another display. Very good one again. Kind of vintage baling scene. All sorts of stuff in the shed. They had a few things for sale as well. Very nice one. Lots of Fords. I think it was an entirely Ford display. And then this was another one. This was from a fella from Limerick. He subscribed to my channel, I think, actually. So thanks for the subscription. But he had a very good display. Nice kind of vintage one again. Everyone seemed to love the vintage stuff. I myself would kind of like them, but I have a mix. I like the vintage stuff, but I also kind of like the modern stuff. And this was another one. This was from a fella from Tipperary. Very impressive one as well. And then this was another one. Nice silage once again. It's mainly just silage, really. A lot of people did, but it was an impressive one. These people were from Macroom, actually. Nice Fiat Agris and stuff. Nice John Deere with the cane trailer. Another John Deere there stacking bales, and they had this lovely combine which I've never seen anywhere. I'm not sure it's a conversion or not. And then there were a few of the Techno lorries, Scanias, Volvos, DAFs, all sorts, but they were very, very nice. These things are very expensive. You'd have I was thinking of buying one, but they're just so expensive. I'd never buy one, but they're very impressive. And then I think this is the second last or the last display. I'm not sure. I think, or this is one of the last displays anyway. Another silage scene. Very good, very impressive. A few cattle as well. And then this was another one, some seeding, some ploughing and some maize all at the same time. And so, just a nice New Holland with a few fertiliser bags. And then another silage scene. Very impressive. And some slurry in the back. And then there was a bit of harvest as well. With a nice class. And there were a few bikers as well. They brought a few things with them. Some nice biking stuff. Completely different scale. And here were a few lorries and a few more things. These were Carrigtwohill as well. Some of you might recognise these. A lot of these things were also at Carrigtwohill earlier in the year. That was kind of back in, I think, either February or March or April. But very nice stuff there. And then this was at the show last year, and it was also at Mill Street. This is a big class collection of stuff. He was selling Lexi and 8900s. Very expensive, but they're beautiful. Sorry, excuse me. They're from, I think, March models. But very nice display there. And then Perfect 32 was at it as well. He had a few things. He had a nice class Jaguar. And a few other stuff, mostly the same stuff as he usually does, hedge cutters, things like that. Well, that one was new. And then a few of the kind of bale lifters, a few more of the converted John Deeres, New Hollands and Fiat Agris. So similar stuff, a nice Massey as well. And then obviously the Wilson bale mover, the buck rakes and the weights and the little transport boxes and the McHale bale handlers, which I obviously have. And then a few of the stickers as well, and he was selling the wheels and everything. And then here were the last few things. These were kind of not farming related ones, but I thought I'd get a clip of them. These were mostly trains and kind of war stuff. So this was a little coal mine. This fella was actually at the Ballygarvan show in 2023. I met him, nice, lovely fella. And he kind of did them in like briefcases and stuff. And then this was another big one with all the little bits, the bales, the farming. This was kind of like a winter wonderland one, kind of a Christmassy themed one. And then this was one more kind of a little village in the centre of church and everything. And then this was like a World War II one with all the cannons and stuff. And then speaking of World War II, there was a few like German bombers and tanks and stuff, all sorts. And a few Hot Wheels and things like that, and a few little bits here and there. And then there was also some like American Civil War things there. Confederate and Union soldiers and a few tanks and stuff. And then this was the last farming display. And then there's also just a few pictures from earlier that I took of the great displays. But we'll be moving on now to what I got and kind of like what it is and how impressive it is. Right, so we're back, and here are all the things that I got from the show. So first of all, we have the Britain's Garden Set, John Deere. Take a look at the box. So it comes with two figurines, and a few little attachments, a little thing to put all the attachments in, and a John Deere lawnmower. So we'll take a look at these first. So the lawnmower is very nice. I do like it. It's kind of one of those ones that you'd see around kind of, I suppose you'd see them around estates and stuff, and yeah, they'd be slightly bigger than your standard lawnmower, but you would see them occasionally. Just you'd see people on them in their gardens, usually for bigger gardens. But the figure is nice. It's another one of the drivers, but just in a different color scheme. And the detail on this is quite nice, and it's metal as well, which is very nice. It's got serious detail on it. So the other thing are the two figures. So it comes with a man and a woman who are meant to be gardeners, I'm guessing, and they come with a chainsaw. I think these are like little, I forgot what they're called, but they're like little trimmers. Yeah, chainsaw, trimmer, little rake, leaf blower, smaller handheld lawnmower, another rake, a shovel, and a petrol can. So the whole idea is that they stand like this. So you put them in. No, I can't really do it with one hand, but you put them into the, like, you can pick your item and you just put it into their hand, and it kind of makes it look like they're gardening or something. I would say this one also works for if you're trying to make it look like they're feeding cattle. But they kind of, it's a bit daunting trying to get them in. They slide through, but you don't want to break the hands, so it's a bit hard. But they go into these, which I think is quite nice. It's kind of cool. Now you can't fit all of them in at one time, but it's a handy little thing. Now I'm not sure you'd really see these in real life, but it's a nice looking thing. So overall, one that I would recommend. Moving on, the other main thing was this, a Britain's roller. So this is a Britain's roller from years ago. As you can see by the box, it's very, very old. Even by the machines on it, you can tell it's an old one. I don't think it's, oh, yeah, it does say 1980, so that's an old one. So Britons do have rollers now, but they look a bit different. But this one is nice. It's metal as well, which is nice. Simple, but it works, and I'd say that it would look good on the David Brown and the Ford. There will be a review of that Ford later. I know I haven't come around to it, and I got that nearly a month ago. That was at the ploughing, but I will get a review of that. Finally, the other thing that I got were these two pallets. So I was in need of more pallets, and I'm going to try and get a Siku, you know, I'd say you all know the big bags of pallets that Siku make. There's like 100 in them. But these are more detailed than the Siku ones. Oh, sorry. They're kind of, the two of them are slightly different in size. Sorry, I dropped one of them. But as you can see, they're both slightly different in size. This one's obviously a bit bigger. But you throw these on like a bonfire and stuff. Or you could just have them like, just usually like laying around the yard on their side. Quite detailed, I do like them, and I would recommend them. So all these I would recommend. No, I'm not sure, these are quite hard to get. And this is quite hard to get as well. But I would recommend this. This is brand new, this has only come out a few months ago. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.